Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Poonam. It's day 61 of our 100 days of coding challenge in JavaScript. Today's challenge is to sort an array in an ascending order without using any inbuilt methods. Okay, so let's proceed with this challenge and we will move towards our VS Code. In the VS Code, we have our question along with the sample input and output, right? Now, what is the question? We have to write a JavaScript function to sort an array in ascending order without any inbuilt sorting methods, right? And if we see here, we have our input and output, correct? So let us understand this question and we will break down this question as well, okay? So we have to write a JS function, right? So I will write here what JS function, okay? Now, what is the next important line in this question? That we have to sort an array in an ascending order, right? So that also I will write here. And they have also written that without any inbuilt method, right? So we have to keep this in mind that without using any inbuilt sorting method, we have to sort this array, okay? Now let us come here and we will provide the function name also. So we will define our function name as what? Sort array, okay? With a parenthesis. Okay, now let us come and see our input and output. Okay, if you see what is our array 615243, right? It is not arranged in any order. It is just the numbers, right, mentioned here. Now if you see the output, what is the output? We have 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So you see it has been sorted in an ascending order. That is what we have to do. Okay, so let us come down and we will write our approach for this question. Okay, so I will just write here what approach. Okay, now I just want to tell you that in day 60, that is in yesterday's challenge, we have solved a similar challenge, okay, where we sorted an array in descending order. And today we will reverse the logic to sort the array in an ascending order. Okay, so here also we are going to use a nested for loop. Okay, now why nested for loop? Because we have to compare each element with every other element in the array, right? And what is nested for loop means? There will be a I loop and then there will be a J loop. Okay, so just let me write here I loop and J loop. Okay, now what is I loop going to do? It is responsible for number of iterations. Okay, and then I and J loop both will be responsible for comparing the each and every element in the array. So this is what is the job of our I loop and a J loop. Okay, now how we are going to write here? We will be writing it like this. So there will be what? For loop, and here we will write what? Let I is equal to 0, because we are working with an array and our first element is placed where? At 0th index, right? That is why I is equal to 0. And where it will end? It will end at what? Array dot length minus 1. So we will write here what? I less than array dot length directly. Okay, so I will write here what? Arr dot length, right? And then we will write here I plus plus. Okay, so this will be our first loop, that is I loop, and this will be responsible for what? Doing number of iterations. So if you see here, how many elements we have? 6, right? So it will perform 6 iterations. Okay, then what we will go? We will write here what? One more loop will come inside it. That is where it is known as a nested loop. Loop inside a loop is called as a nested loop. So we will write here what? For let j is equal to I. Okay, why j is equal to I am putting? Because I don't want to compare the element by itself. That is the first thing. And second, whatever the elements have been sorted, I don't want to touch them again. So that is why I will start j is equal to I. You will see this clearly when we are writing down our function. Okay, and where it is going to end? It will end at our array dot length minus 1. So in the loop we write less than, right? So we will write here what? J less than arr dot length. And what we will do? We are going to increment this, right? So I will write here what? J plus plus. Okay, now inside this, now we have to write a logic for sorting. Now this is what going to do? This is going to do the number of iterations, right? And this both the loop will what do? It is going to select and compare, right? So we have to compare each element. After comparing, we will have to sort it. So inside this, we have to write a logic for comparing and plus sorting. Okay, so first we have to compare. How we have to compare? Now, first we have to see in which order we have to sort. Now, in this question, we are going to sort in which order? We have to sort in ascending order, right? So that is why we are going to write here ascending order. So here we will have to compare with I value and J value, okay? And if I value is found to be larger, then we will have to do what? Swapping we will have to do. And we will have to do the swapping of the two elements to ensure that the smaller one comes first. And we will have to continue this process until this array is fully sorted in an ascending order, okay? So let us see how we will write here. So we will write here what if ARR of I, right? This is how we are going to get our I value. And this ARR of I value should be greater than our ARR of J value, right? That is what we are going to do. And if it is larger, then we will have to swap, right? So I will write here what? Swap, okay? Then how we have to swap? We will have to swap by using a temporary variable, okay? Now, I just want to tell you that in day 58, 59, and 60, we have done the swapping of the two elements, guys. So do watch out that video as well, okay? And now here we are going to swap with one of the method which we have used in our previous videos. That is by using a temporary variable. And when we use a temporary variable and we have to swap the two elements, right? So we need two values also. So the two values will be what? Our I value and our J value. So we will write here what? Temp is equal to ARR of I, right? After that, what is the next step when you have to do the swapping? You take this ARR of J value and you assign it to ARR of I, right? So we will write here what? ARR of I is equal to nothing but ARR of J value, right? Now we know that temp is also having some value. So we will take this temp variable value and we will assign it to ARR of J, right? So we will come here and what we will do? ARR of J we will write, and we will write here what? Is equal to temp. And this is how it will get sorted. So if you see, ARR of I will have our ARR of J value and our ARR of J will have a temp variable value. That is nothing but our ARR of I value. So this is how swapping will be done, okay? And this is what is the complete approach we are going to do. So we have to make sure this process is repeated until our array is fully sorted in an ascending order. So first we will use our nested loop, and inside that we have to compare. And once the comparison is successful, that means if a larger variable value has been found, then we will have to swap the two elements using our temporary variable value, right? That is what we are going to do it here. So once this entire operation is completed, that means when our final loop terminates after all the iterations, we are going to print our final array. That is nothing but our sorted array. So now let us come down and we will do the same implementation in our function as well. So let us write our function, and our function name will be what? Sort array. So I will write here what? Sort array with a parenthesis, okay? And we will hit enter here and we will quickly invoke it. So I will write here what? Sort array, and we will pass our input array to this. So what is our input array? This is our input array. So let us take here and we will pass it over here as an argument, and let us receive it here as a param. So I will write here what? ARR, and let us console it out. So console.log of ARR I will write. And let us come here and test it in the terminal whether this function sort array is running properly or not. So I will write here what? Node and day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. What do we get? 615243. That is what we have passed from here, right? So we are able to get it successfully. Now what we will do here, we will write to this before sorting array. Let us write here. So this will be our array before sorting. So I will just write here what? Before sorting, this is our array. Later on, we are going to comment all our console.log statements, which are not necessary. But as of now, I am writing it like this, okay? Now, after that, here what we have to do? We will have to use our nested for loop, right? That means inside our I loop, there will be a J loop, right? So let us write here quickly. So we will write here what? For let I is equal to 0 and then I will be less than ARR dot length, right? So we will write here like this, and then I plus plus I am going to write, and inside that there will be our J loop, right? So let us write here what, for let J is equal to I, right? Because we don't want to compare the element by itself, and second, we don't want to touch our sorted elements also. So that is why we will keep shifting along with the I, okay? And then where it is going to end, it will end at our length itself. So I will write here what, J should be less than is equal to array dot length, and we will write here what, I plus plus, correct? And we will come here and we will hit enter, and what we are going to write here, now where our J loop is going to end, J loop will also end at where, ARR dot length minus 1. So I will write here what, J less than ARR dot length, right? And then we will write here J plus plus, okay? Now inside this, we have to write a logic for comparing, correct? First, and then after comparing, we will swap it out, and eventually we will get our sorted array, right? That is what we have to do. So let us come here, and first we will write our comparison logic. So I will write here what, if ARR of I should be greater than our ARR of J, okay? That is what we have to write. And we will come here and we will write here what, our flower braces, and in that, if it is greater, then we will have to write our swapping logic, okay? So we will keep here, and now we will write 2 3 console.log statements also to see how the loop is running, okay? So we will come here, and what first I will write here what, console.log statement. So inside this, what we are going to check here, what is the I value, what is the J value, and what is the I and J index value elements in that particular array, okay? So we will write here what, template literals, and we will write here I is equal to dollar of I, okay? Then we will put comma, and we will write J is equal to dollar of J. Then we will come here and we will write here what, ARR of I is equal to nothing but dollar flower braces ARR of I, okay? Now let us come here and we will put here comma, and we will write here what, ARR of J is equal to nothing but dollar flower braces ARR of J. So this will give me what is I value, what is J value, and what is corresponding elements in that particular array also. So let us come here and we will put space here as well, okay? And then let us test it in the terminal. So let us save it now. And let us come here and we will write here what, node day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. Now, if you see here, we have got this output, right? And it is performing this many number of iterations, right? Now we will understand first our I loop, how it is performing. So it is going to start definitely at I is equal to 0, until when it is going to perform. It is going to run till I becomes 5, right? When I becomes 6, it is going to fail, right? So when I is equal to 6, it is going to fail because the condition fails. What is the condition? 6 is less than 6. Then it will terminate at this point, right? So you can see very correctly in the console also, it is running here. I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3, and I is equal to 4, and I is equal to 5. That is how our I loop is running. So I loop is responsible for number of iterations for this particular elements, okay? So that is why it is performing from 0th index to 5 index. So that we have seen. Now you can see here, it is repeating, right? 0 is running for how many times here? 6 times. Then in this case, it is running for 5 times. In this case, it is running for 4 times. So why it is happening like this? If you see now your J loop, now let us come to the J loop. Now it is running from J is equal to I. So first time it is going to run what, J is equal to 0, and it will run J is equal to 0, and it is going to run till which point J is equal to 5, right? Again, when J value becomes 6, it is going to terminate the loop, right? Because the condition fails, right? So that is where it will fail here, and that is where it will terminate, right? So this is what it is happening in this case also. So here it will terminate. Now the first time it is going to be the same here, but we have to see here that inside loop itself will run 5 times. Okay. So the inside loop will run 6 times. So that is why first time you are getting that j is equal to 0, j is equal to 1, j is equal to 2, j is equal to 3, j is equal to 4, j is equal to 5, right? And that is where we are getting here 6 times. And here we are just getting the corresponding values to it. What will be the value? Why we have taken this value? Because we want to compare, right? Compare, swap, and then finally we will get our sorted array, right? Now let us come to the second. When I is equal to 1. Now I will start from where j is equal to 1, because at the end of the day j is equal to I, right? So you see here, and if you see here, now 5 iterations will be performed, because first iteration is removed, right? So 1 to 5 j loop is going to run. Then when I is equal to 2, it is going to run from 2 to 5. So here how many iterations will be there? 4 iteration. When I is equal to 3, how many times j loop will run? It is going to run 3 times. You can see here properly. Now, when I is equal to 4, j will run 2 times, because j is equal to I, right? So, j is equal to 4, j is equal to 5. When j becomes 6, it is going to terminate, correct? So, the same loop it is going to follow, the same cycle it will follow. Here, it will run only 1 time, because I is equal to 5, j is equal to 5. When j becomes 6, it will terminate. When I becomes 6, it will terminate. And here, it will be the end of our loops, okay? So then both the loop is going to terminate at this point. Now this is how the loop is going to work. Now we will have to also understand how it is going to compare, okay? So we have written this logic, right? So we will write here what? We will take this, the same console.log, and we will write one more line here, okay? That is nothing but when it goes inside. So we will write here what? Console.log, and I will shift little bit to here. And we will write here what? Inside, okay? I'm going to write inside. Why? Because it goes inside our if condition. That is where I am writing here inside, okay? Now let us come here. Now in the terminal, you will see n number of lines, okay? So don't get confused. Pause it and understand it properly, okay? So we will come here and we will first clear the terminal, okay? And I will write here what? Node day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. Now you see here, you can see very clearly that in this case here, see, it is going inside. You can see inside. That time it is able to find that our I value is greater. You can see here very clearly, see, it is greater, right? It is 6. Wherever you see here, where it is showing inside, you just go and see your above value. It is greater, 6 and 4. That is why it is going inside and it is giving me. If you want to see that comparison also, you can see the comparison as well in your console.log statement, okay? That also you can see here. Now let us come down, and since we have written this, we will now write here our swapping logic also. So we will declare right away our temporary variable, and we have our first variable value. That is nothing but ARR of I. So we will assign it here. So I will write here what? ARR of I here, okay? And then what we will write here? ARR of I will get the value of our ARR of j. So I will write here what? ARR of j, right? And after that, what we are going to do? We will write here ARR of j. And this ARR of j will get which value? It will get our temp value, right? So I will write here ARR of j is equal to temp, right? Now let us understand how this is working now. So we will come here and we will see now first time what happens. We will see for this, okay? So we will take here and we will see this value. When ARR of I is what? 6, and when ARR of j is what? 1. So let us come here and we will just comment it and we will write it here, okay? Now this is our values, okay? Now let us see what we will get. So what will temp get? Temp will get what? 6, okay? And then what will I get? I is getting assigned by j value. So that means our ARR of I will be what? I will write here what? ARR of I. And this will get what? 1. Then finally ARR of j will get what? Temp variable value. That is nothing but 6. So ARR of j will be what? 6. So if you see here correctly, that swapping has been done, right? What is our ARR of I? It is giving me 1, and here ARR of j is giving here what? 6. But if you see here, ARR of I was 6 and ARR of J was 1. So you can see swapping has been done, okay? Once we finish the swapping, guys, what we are doing now? We are updating our original array values. You can see ARR of I, ARR of J. We are taking the index numbers, we are updating the values. That means your original array gets updated after each swapping is completed, okay? And we have to perform our iteration, our comparison, our swapping, everything on our updated array. So if you come here and you will see that the swapping will be done here. So let us see here. I will write here console.log statement. I will write here what? After swapping, okay? So let me write here after swapping, and we will write here what? ARR, okay? Now let us come and see here, okay? So let us come here in the terminal. We will just clear the terminal and we will write here what? Node day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. See, now if you see here, before swapping, this was the values. After swapping, this is our values in an array. And now if you see, it starts comparing with our this particular values. It is not going to compare with your before values, okay? Let us come here and we will write here that also. Here we will write console.log and what was our before swapping, okay? So let us come here and we will do what? Clear the terminal and we will rerun it one more time. So I'll write here node day 61 challenge and we will hit enter. Now if you see here, we have got before swapping and after swapping. You can see here clearly when it went inside, it swapped the values, right? This is what it is doing. It is swapping the values. Like it is going inside, it is swapping the values. So that is where you are getting 1, 2, 3, 6, 5, 4 you are getting, right? It has swapped up. Wherever it found the greater value, it swapped up and you get the updated array, right? That is what we have done here. Now let us come here and we will console our final array also. So we will come here and we will console it out. So after this loop ends, we will console what? Our sorted array. So I will write here what? Just sorted array I will write, and we will write here our ARR. Now let us clear the terminal and rerun it one more time. So I will write here what? CLS, and I will write here what? Node day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. Now see, at the end you are going to get your sorted array, that is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Whenever it is going inside, it is swapping it up and then it starts again working with your new array values, okay? That is what? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 4. And if you see here, it is not going to touch your previous values, that is it is sorted. That is why we have taken what? J is equal to I. So it will start after that, okay? Now we will test this function one more time with new array value. So I will write here what? Sort array. And in this, we are going to pass 56, 90, then 2, and then 13. And now let's test it in the terminal. So I will write here what? Node day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. You can see here you are getting your sorted array. Your original array was this and you got your sorted array. So 2, 13, 56 and 90. That is what we have got. Now let us come here and comment out other console.log statement. So we will remove this. We will remove this as well. We will remove this as well. And we will remove after swapping what it is happening. Okay. Let us come here and clear the terminal and we will rerun it. So node day 61 challenge and we will hit enter. Now what do you get? Before sorting, it was like this. And after sorting, it has been sorted in a ascending order. That is nothing but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here also 2, 13, 56 and 90. So this is what this question was expecting from us, okay? Now let us have a quick recap of this particular question. So I will come above and we will read out the question. We have to write a JavaScript function to sort an array in an ascending order without any inbuilt sorting method. And we were provided with a test input and output sample, right? Then we came at line number 7 and 8. We broke this question. We have to write a JavaScript function and we kept a name as a sort array, right? And then we came at line number 8 and we wrote what is the thing we have to do. So we wrote here what? Sort an array in an ascending order. Then we understood the approach, right? What was the approach? We used a nested for loop to compare each element with every other element in an array. What is nested for loop? inside I loop, there will be a J loop, right? And then we used our I loop, J loop to compare it, to swap it. And this we understood in our approach itself, how we can swap it up, right? Using a temporary variable, okay? So when we are done with all the iterations, then we will get our final array. That will be our sorted array. Then the same thing we did inside our function also. Exactly the same thing. We wrote our two loops, that is our I loop, J loop. Our I loop is responsible for handling the number of iteration. Then our I loop and J loop both together is selecting and comparing the elements, right? While comparing, if our I value is found out to be greater, then we have to swap, right? And we will have to swap our two elements to ensure the smaller ones comes first. That is how it will get arranged in an ascending order, right? And we had to continue this process until our fully this array is sorted, right, in an ascending order. So that is we have done, and we have written n number of console.log to understand the iterations, to understand what is the value before swapping, after swapping, and what will be the final output also we have done here. Then what we did at line number 46 and 47, we invoked it two times and we tested in our terminal. So let us retest it again. So we will clear it up and we will write here what node, and we will write here day 61 challenge, and we will hit enter. We got our exact output, right? What was required, okay? So that is what this question was demanding from us, okay? So guys, in day 60, we ensured that larger elements were moved to the front of the array so that we get our descending order. And in today's challenge, we reverse that logic to sort smaller elements to the front so that we can get our ascending order, right? So what was the comparison of approaches we have done? To get descending order, we have done swapping if ARR of I was less than ARR of J, right? And in ascending order, what we have done, we have to swap if ARR of I is greater than ARR of J, and else remains the same, guy. And else remained the same, okay? That is what we have done. Also, guys, sorting algorithm like this uses pairwise comparison and it swaps to organize the data. It is important to understand such fundamentals before using built-in methods. When solving problem like this, break this process into smaller steps. Use console.log strategically to debug and understand how the array changes during each iteration. And that's all for today, guys. So join us tomorrow for another exciting day of coding as we tackle day 62. So keep learning and keep growing. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more exciting content. And stay tuned for day 62 challenge, right? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more exciting content. Stay tuned for day 62 challenge. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Bye.